Okay, let's start with this project. So this is a creation of recommendation system based on NDCG 100 algorithm. So we have some data from different TXT files and HDFS system. Basically, this is a huge e-commerce system from Russian Federation, and our main goal is to predict this 100 items for each item in this system, which we actually recommend the users. Well, here I currently create the basic pipeline for this task. So we have about 9 million items there, and we have a bunch of ratings. The ratings mean is 4.26. I believe I have distribution graph for this. Here we can see, oops, not like this, not like this. Well, you can see the rating in this brown histogram columns. Let's skip this one. Well, actually, you will see that the ratings distribution is not equal. Most of all, we have like 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and there is something between. So I have an idea to distribute between two groups these ratings. So we select something between these main columns, and actually this means that for most cases these ratings is something that shows us that these items have been rated by more than one user. Actually, it's very unlikely for users to rate an item for something other than 4, 5, 3, other than integers. Well, sometimes they might rate it like 4.5 or 3.5. But let's make an assumption that if the rating is between these integers, this is some kind of a popular item that have been rated by many users. We don't have the amount of users. We don't know anything about users, by the way. So we make a prediction based only on, well, only based by the items. What description of items do we have? We have the description that is not very good. Actually, for our 9 million 273,000 items, there are not much columns of information that we can retrieve from this item details file that is on our HDFS system. I worked yesterday and found that there is something that is in Russian, as the overall system is from Russian e-commerce system. So the most important things that I think are like the full description of an item that could be used further if we don't achieve the score from the first attempt. And I think that the short name and the brand of the producer, of the manufacturer of this item could be used further. So let's get back to easier things. Actually, you have two files that are named catalogs.df and test and ratings.df. No, catalogs and parents.df. So yeah, a little bit about the parents df. Parents df had been created from this big file. Actually, we have a parent ID here. A parent ID is something like if you have an iPhone XS Max Green, the parent ID for this item will be iPhone X. You get the idea. And well, if you look at catalogs DF, this is like a catalog ID for a group of items. So this could be used further. The main idea for all these simple things is not use any machine learning for now. The main idea is to create a 100 array of items as we well, this is our task, and well, to create it based on heuristics that we create not by machine learning but by just programming and common sense. So I suppose that well, for each item we can choose the catalog ID and a parent ID group, and then retrieve from them other items in the same catalog ID group and the same parent ID group. So this will be our base bag of other items, well, to join in this 100 recommended things. And then we can apply the ratings df and the ratings, well, groups actually to rate this 100 items gathered from these catalogs IDs and parents IDs in an order. So our main aim is to make an order here. So this matrix is not only 100 things to recommend, but also to rate them. Okay, let's go further. Here's the feature generation part. We have a little bit of item ratings features. So as I said, groups for common ratings like 1 to 5 integers and precise ratings with float. So I divided into two groups. It's easy. We have ratings group. If we have the integers, it goes to one group, to the group with equals 1, this equals 0. Okay, now I've counted the rating mean among all groups. This is 4.26, and well, let's create a rating ratio. So if rating falls below this line, it goes below 1, and so this is just rating. And here we generate groups for catalog ID. Each catalog ID has different items here. Then we have to create groups for parent ID. So each parent ID has items inside it. There's a little bit of hacking. We go deep from pandas, or from pandas, yes, we go deep to NumPy to create it fast. Because, you know, it was like 4 minutes for this, what have I done here? Well, for this function, like this, for this group bar, apply, so on. So, and with this little hack, it came to 15 seconds. It's okay. So now we need to generate the same thing for each item ID, by the way. So we need to understand for each item ID what groups does it have. So let's create it. Let's use the function from the previous section and write down some code. Okay, it might be a little bit, well, not that interesting, but still. Okay, let's make this. Okay. Okay, fine. So we need to check this. It's not a parent ID. The catalog ID and item ID. Do we need to swap this? Yes, it might be useful to swap names. So this is not that interesting, but still it had to be done. It had to be done. I'd like to paste some information about NDCG metrics. And if you'd like to get some information about it, okay. There was a item ID I have, so the catalog ID. Here's the catalog ID. Oh, great. Item ID and catalog ID. So I need for each item ID and the list of catalogs. And sort values for item. Well, it should do the work. So let's create groups. There's the function. So this is the data frame, like ID and catalogs. ID catalog groups. Create groups catalog for ID, and the initial data frame is this one. Yeah, reordered this. Yeah, it should be reordered, by the way. So let's change, and here's our. Okay, sometimes it happens. Create sorry. First we should define this and temp df. Oh, where was this temp df? Where's temp df? Okay, that's fine. Good, I need to make it like this. It's better. Okay guys, if you are interested in something, I can Answer any of your questions. Let's check the chat. Nothing in here. Well, that's fine. Usually it goes like this. Well, I thought that it will be faster. Okay. So let's make another cell. And let's generate. Okay, 49 seconds. Well, not that good, but you know, it could be worse if we didn't do this hack a little bit. Okay, now what do we have? We have these groups. Let's look at this. Let's look at this. I like the display function. I like the display function. Okay, let's check. Nothing. Okay, display div ID catalog groups. I think that will be enough. Also, I'd like to understand the zeros. Yeah, this one shows zeros. Okay, we don't have any zeros. The catalog ID. Okay, catalog ID is fine. So, yeah, the basic idea of this will be for each item ID that we have, for example, a catalog ID. Then we go to this previous thing, the catalog ID, and get the list of other items in this catalog. And the same thing we will do for the parents ID. So we'll make the same thing for the parents ID. Yes, for these parents. For each item ID. Okay, so it should be marked down. Cell type markdown. Here it goes. So yeah, and the same thing for parent ID. We'll have another items, and then we will concatenate these items and that items, delete, so make it unique, and then we will go to the ratings, and we'll make up some function to rate and to make ranks for our recommendation system. And this will be our baseline, as we need to check all the idea to make a foundation of our pipeline. And then we can add something from other attributes that we have. We'll make some word to rec, bagger words. I don't know, anything like maybe cosinus similarity, something like this. But it's a bit time consuming and not that interesting. So let's make this one. Let's reorder. Should I reorder this, or I have it in the right position? Parent ID, item ID. Okay. Dashboard. Okay. Nothing here. Nothing here. And nothing here. Okay. It happens sometimes. Okay, fine. I'm sorry for a little bit. Okay, let's proceed. Where are we? We are something like here. So the same thing. Catalog ID, so here will be the parent ID. Here will be the parent ID. This will be parents df. This will be parents df. And groups. I don't know why I'm doing. I know why I'm doing each function. So this is good to make a general function for this. But you know, it's not the best code here, and I want to make it faster. Attempt 2df, 2df, item ID, parent ID. Parent ID, release date, release. Okay. So let's make this one. Okay. DFID catalogs groups. Parents groups will be the parents groups. Parents. Okay, and create groups catalog for ID. Create parent. Like this. Yep. Here it is. Zone catalogs DF. No. We need zone parents DF. The zone is a e-commerce. Okay. We need groups parents. Okay. No. No. Please. Parent ID not in index. Really. Easy. Okay. Why? Okay. Apparently. Sometimes it happens. Yeah. Okay. Fine. What do we have else here? Like NDCG. There's something about all the evaluation. Oh, what's up? No. No. That's a little bit system for the recommendation algorithm and the CG100 metrics. This is my project. Well, I'm learning this data science thing. Yeah. So this is my last project. Oh, no. We have a challenge now, so you see it's a little bit closed. It's just for me to sit here and have some fun during the sessions. Yeah, I do have a GitHub. Well, let me see. GitHub. Yeah, it will be easy for tools. Yeah, but that's not much here, you know. I've pasted in the chat Well, you see, all this code is not on the GitHub. We have a kind of a Jupyter on our server, so I don't paste it there. As I said earlier. Oh, fine. I'll add you, by the way. It's fine. Cool, you have a nice GitHub. You have a good progress. Yeah, a lot of commits. Marvelous. Okay, but I should follow at my work with my project thing. Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Okay, let's proceed with our generation of features for our well, system. Oh. Okay, generate parents for each item. Okay, so this I think that this was generated. Let's look at this a little bit. Yep, yep, these things are generated, not much by the way. So we have the parent ID by the reverse system. Okay. Okay, so let's try to understand what do we have in the app. A little bit of summary for this. So the DF ID parents group. And catalog group. So here's the summary. We have common rating, groups part, like catalog ID, parent ID, and an array. And we have an item ID and parent ID. So let's generate something like a zone catalogs df, a zone test df, and is it like this? So it's a little bit of a question for me. Stage 1. This is the zone. I merge it with, for example, this one, and get what I need. Okay, let's merge it. Now, it doesn't work. Item ID. What's wrong with you? Okay, let's look at our test. Yeah, first of all. Feature generation summary. Okay. Spawn. There's the end. Yeah, we're stuck with the test here. We don't need train DF. Why do we need train DF? Yeah, really. This is machine learning. Why do we need the train DF? This is a hardcore way of doing it. It's just, let's do it in train on test. Train DF is for losers. We should do it on test DF. Yeah. Optimization thing. Yeah. Yep. Right, let's look at this. Okay, item. Ah, so this is the item. This is not the item ID, this is the item. Now I see what was the problem. So I need to rename the column. Okay. Well, I can rename a drop form. Something like this. And what about the renaming? By the way, it's very interesting. Rename. I don't want to. I just want to rename. Yeah, this is a very interesting thing. This is a little data wrangling cheat sheet for pandas. It's helpful, by the way, because I don't always remember all this things, and I don't rename them very often. Yeah, really. Well, okay, let's. Well, I'm really feeling this myself, stupid, but okay. Let's do the previous thing. It's okay. So here's the well. You see, I need the item ID. It might be used somewhere. It might be used somewhere. So that was item. Was that? Yeah, that was item. That was item. So let's make an item ID. Okay, I don't like it here. No big problem. Come on. About a thing, pandas, others. Okay. That was a little bit. Yay! Catalog ID. Records, yeah. It's fine, and we have 1,600 blank catalog IDs. So we have items for which we don't have catalog IDs. Okay, that's good for now. Let's look at the second part. Maybe we can get something from parent IDs. Yep, it might help. So let's make some. Let's make something. Okay. A little bit more information. this is a little bit weird music here. Let's listen for something else. Okay, let's do it like this. That'll be fun. So generate catalog ID and parent ID for each item ID. Okay. What else do we have here? Maybe we have artifacts now. Okay. Sometimes it happens. Generate catalog IDs and parent IDs for each item ID. Okay, let's proceed. Now we have another step for journey. No, don't need this. Let's merge stage 1. This will be the stage 2. And now I need the parent groups. Okay. An item ID, how left. Okay. Let's do no reorder for this. And let's make a display. Stage 2, stage 2. That's a little bit of debugging here. So, new. That is not that fine, by the way. So we don't have. Oh, this is not. So, how much do I have? Which are both catalog ID and parent ID with the maps. Let's say this will be HDF. So I need to understand how much rows with no data for catalog ID and parent ID do I have. So this is the main thing now. Let's look at this. I have a cheat sheet. Where is it? Let's look for left length. Okay. Okay. Well, I guess it might work. Multiple might be like this, but I'm not sure. It might be different for different languages. But anyway, it should work. Something like this. Let's look at this. Blah 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 is ambiguous. do item. Okay, let's look at multiple. No, they don't show it here. Multiple filtration. Okay, let's ask overflow. Suppose. Well, it should work. Really? It doesn't work at all. It doesn't make any sense here. Again, let's check for this one. Nothing. I don't like it. It's bullshit. Let's make it this one. Yeah, this is the best code here. So it doesn't work like this. Okay. Fine. Okay, so I think yeah, isn't it? Okay. So let's look at this. Yep, there are 673 rows. We don't know anything about. We have only the item ID. Well. We can skip them, or we can do something else. Okay, let's skip them for now. This is like 600 from 60,000. Not much. That will do. It will do. That's fine. So let's comment it for now and make a description, something like, for us to understand what's going on there. So about, let's make it markdown. So it will be like page 4. So we understand that we have how much? 673 items with the heading of catalog ID, heading ID, or parent ID. Yep, like this. Each form goes. Yep. I understand that we have printed. But we have the others. Okay. Thank you for being here. I should make a little pause and I will proceed in some time. Thank you for tuning in. There's the OBS. Okay. Okay. Let's proceed. Well, I think it's better. Yeah. Okay. Um, what is next? After we understand, so we need to concatenate items for each item ID and make our prediction for these things. Let's do it. What should we do first? Create more cells. First of all, no. Shortcuts not working. They are working. Here's again something a little bit about the GitHub. But it's not that much information about the GitHub. Okay. We understand this thing. So we need to concatenate items from catalog ID and parent ID for each item. Let's do it. Let's concatenate it. I think it will be like this. Something. So we need to numpy concatenate and then use np unique. And this will be okay. Something like this. So this will be concat array, and we need to actually create this from parent ID. Well, I think it will do like this. So this is our stage pool. And this is like catalog ID. Well, it might work. I'm not sure, but we have to try this syntax. This is the parent ID. Oh, let's try. Not supported between instances of list and float. Well, not that good. Okay, let's look at this type. What type do we have here? Numpy and the array. Does it work here? Okay. Let's look at this now. Eventually we have this array. So can we concatenate without this one? Yes, we can. We can concatenate it. It's good. List, really. Okay, let's put it into our, well, let's say general, yeah. Well, let's put it back on the same thing. Let's put it there. I don't think that I can put a series or something like this. Or I don't think values doesn't touch like so. Index. Really? Maybe I need to make fill an A first, and then look, it might be like this. So I fill a name for catalog ID and product ID, and then it will do the trick. So, okay. But then I have a catalog of 0. I believe it. Yeah. Right there. So catalog ID. What is the syntax for filling there? Okay, let's change music a little bit. And get it back to how it should. Let me paste it, by the way. Yeah, it could be useful. Okay, fill a name, value, drop a name. No, I need to fill a name. I need to fill a name for this. The value will be 0. Like this. Okay. And in place equals true. Value parameter scale out. Okay. Okay, let me pause a little bit. Okay, let's get back. So this was for catalog ID, and now we're doing for the parent ID. Okay, zeros. And again, doesn't match length of line index. Well, let's look at this in a precise way. So the length of a well, okay, 60. Well, I don't really understand why is this happening. Okay, and what about the concat array? Concat array. Okay, now I see. Okay, so that's not that good. So I need to make a function. Generally speaking, like here, keys, values, index, arrays, split, something like this. Well, I think that it had been done previously somewhere. Maybe I should look for it. Here, and a stack of it for like this. Canvas, df, right. Where is it? No, I don't need to concatenate columns. Merge, join, concatenate. Well, multiple lines. String concatenation. Well, let's try this one. A, B. No, it's not that. No, not like this. Okay, now timings, join axis. Values, do concat. Well, this is a good answer. Milliseconds. No, I don't like this. Combined. A1. Yes, it could be done with lambda. Calls full bar new, combined. With plus, really. Is it as simple as I see? Like 2 arrays, and then picking is unique. Well, might be like this. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it. Let's try it like this. So this will be done. Stage 2. Got. Let's jailbreak this one. The catalog ID plus no, and won't show us unique values. No, it doesn't work. Unsupported type for int and list. Because I have int and list. Okay. Well, I'm a little bit tired. I should continue it further, but well, another time. Thank you.